Dear students, now we are going to do the experiment for comparison of EMF of two cells. This is the tabulation. So first one is ammeter reading, balancing length. L1 is the balancing length of a first cell Lagrange cell and L2 is the balancing length of the second cell Daniell cell. Then the comparison of the cells E1 by E2 is equal to L1 by L2. So the ammeter reading is in milliampere. Okay, so 0 to 100 range only we are taking it. The very first thing, after connecting all the connections as shown in the circuit, what we have to do that? We have to see the milliammeter reading. So the milliammeter shows some values. So if you adjust this rheostat, what will happen? I will move the rheostat. Are you able to note down this? What is that? The milliammeter varies the reading up to 80. So 40 to 80 it will be varying here and there. So we have to adjust this rheostat for different values of balancing length. Are you able to notice? I am moving this. I am slide down this rheostat value here and there. Then the milliammeter shows the variation. So this is the first thing we have to check it. Okay. Then after that, after connecting everything, you have to keep this one in the neutral one. DPDT switch, if it is in the neutral one, if you push upwards means Lagrange cell is connected. Then if you push downwards means Daniell cell is connected. So I will check the deflections. Okay, when I touch in the NDA and NB, so any one connection has to be given. So NDA and NDB. Very simple. It is easily observed that you note down the galvanometer. So if I kept in the NDA one side deflection and in the NDB it will be deflected in other end. Okay. So NDA. Okay, NDA. This is the NDB. It will come to the opposite deflection. So the circuit is correct. Now we have to fix the milliammeter reading as a 40 milliampere. Milliammeter reading as a 40 milliampere by adjusting the rheostat. Are you able to see this? Yes, rheostat is adjusted. The value of the milliammeter is 40 milliampere. Now, before checking this, you have to keep the jockey in one wire. Then we have to find the balancing length. So for this experiment, keep in your mind, don't put the high resistance key for calculating the balancing length until very first time. Okay, so for the very first time, so what you have to see that you have to keep the jockey one by one. Okay, so you have to keep the wire one by one wire on this stanch. Correspondingly, you have to note down this galvanometer reading. Are you able to show that? I kept in the first one, so it will be deflected. So then the second one also deflected. Third one also deflected. I will show the galvanometer very closely. So this is the first deflection, then second deflection, third deflection. Then I will move this. Are you able to? I will place the jockey in one wire one after one. Okay. So when I move one below the another, the galvanometer deflection changes. One particular reading, so the galvanometer will goes to this left side. In the previous wire, it will goes to the right side. For this wire, it goes right side. When I kept here, it will shows left side reading. So when I kept this another wire, next wire, it will shows the exactly 0 reading. Again the next wire, what will show? It shows the left side reading. So previous one is a no deflection. So in these cases only, between these two cases only, between these two wires only, balancing length will prevail. So after that only, you have to press this, close the high resistance, 5K high resistance, and keep in your mind where you are find the approximate balancing length. So here the wire with balancing length, I will show you. So when I kept here, so you see the galvanometer deflection. So this wire, it is certainly it goes. So but where we find the galvanometer that will show this is the right side. Okay, so what we have to do that? So this is the right side. I want to find the, so don't slide down, just touch. If you touch means the galvanometer shows the deflection. Yes, so it will not show the full deflection. I will move in one direction, it will show that particular movement. So what will happen? So if I slide down, yes, very good, very good. So listen students, the galvanometer shows the deflection. I will slide slowly. So I will slide slowly here. I will slide over this slowly. Are you able to observe this? Yes. It will come to 0. If I move this side, what will happen? The galvanometer shows the larger deflection. If you move towards left side, the galvanometer comes to 0 position. So at a particular point, the galvanometer shows 0 current, that is 0 deflection. That particular point is a balancing length for Lagrange cell. I keep it in the Lagrange cell, the switch is in the upper side. So at this particular 40 milliampere, the Lagrange cells shows the balancing length of this point. How to calculate the balancing length? Very simple students. The first wire is 100, second wire is 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. It is around 700 and something. So 700 means this is the 8th wire. So for the 8th wire, already I told in the previous video, odd number of wires means upper scale, even number of wires means lower scale. So it is in the 8th wire, we have to see the lower scale around 70 or 75 something. So the balancing length is 775 or 55. So you have to note down this reading. So accurate reading will come around 50 or 55. Now you have to change the Daniell cell switch. Again you have to keep the wire in the each and every point in the jockey. So remove the high resistance key. Okay, fix it on one by one wire. In each and every wire you can find that the galvanometer deflection. The galvanometer deflection is there in the left side. In the previous wire it shows this deflection, and the first one it is in the right side deflection. Here it is in the exact deflection. So this is the approximate balancing length. After that you have to insert the key. Then you find the balancing length. Okay, find the approximate balancing length wire. After that you keep it in the nearest point. Then now the galvanometer does not show maximum deflection. The galvanometer damage will be avoided. So I will say one by one very clearly. Connect the circuit. Okay, adjust the milliammeter reading by using the rheostat and remove the high resistance key and keep the jockey in one line. So one line wire. So galvanometer shows the deflection. At a particular deflection, the galvanometer goes to left side. Where that point you have to find that. So you have to note that line, which wire it is coming there. After that you have to insert the high resistance key. Then you find that wire. So in any one of the place the galvanometer shows 0 deflection. Any one of the place the galvanometer shows 0 deflection. Note down this balancing length. For 40 milliammeter, the Lagrange cell shows the balancing length. The balancing length of, for 40 milliammeter, the balancing length is 757.4. Then the Daniell cell shows the reading of 547.8. This is the balancing length. Dear students, again I will say that where the balancing point will be shown. So in this point you keep it that, count the wire. So each length of the wire is 100 meter. So the last wire you have to see that. If it is a odd number of the wire, see the upper scale. If it is the even number of the wire, see the lower scale. If you see the balancing length at this point means before that how many wires? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means this is the 7th wire. Odd number of the wire means this length is approximately equal to already 6 wires completed 600. This is 683 or 82 like this in this point. So if it is the 7th wire means what is that? So sorry, 8th wire means what is that? 8th wire means 7 wires completed. 8th wire means bottom one. So 717 like this. Okay. So what is the answer for this one? If you put that 557.4 by 547.8, the value will be 1.38. Similarly, if you adjust this balance millimeter value to 50, that means by adjusting the rheostat, we have to keep the millimeter value as 50 ohm. That is a 50 to 60. 40 to 60 is exactly 50 reading. Again the same thing. What is that? High resistance will be removed. Find the approximate balancing point. Then insert the high resistance key. Then find the accurate balancing point. Note down the reading and tabulate in your table. So that will be around 600 and it is 434.2. So this is also 1.38. Likewise, we have to take the different readings for 60 milliampere, 70 milliampere and 80 milliampere. Find the corresponding balancing lengths as 501. So this is a 501.5, 437, 1.5 and then 377.2. Similarly here 366, 313.5, 273.5. Then the corresponding ratios E1 by E2, that is L1 by L2 is 1.37, here 1.38, here also 1.38. Then the mean value is also 1.38. So that's the experiment over. So connecting the circuit only very complicated. Once you connected, taking the reading also very easy. But keep in your mind the high resistance key should be removed. Then only the balancing jockey has to be touching the wire. After finding the approximate balancing length, insert the high resistance key. Then find the accurate balancing length by counting the length of the wires. Each length of the wire is 100 meter. If the 7 wire completed, 8th wire is the balancing length point means the reading must be 700 and something. If the balancing length is at the 4th wire means 3 wire completed. 4th wire means the reading should be 300 and some value it comes. Okay. So keep all those things in your mind and understand the concept. While you are coming to the school, I will give the circuit. You can connect on your own and take the reading. Now you copy this reading itself. That is not at all wrong. So in the previous second experiment video, there is one small correction. I have not written this X value in the tabular column. Most of you are not watching the videos, just they are writing the what I am given as notes. So you are copied in your record note. That is very good, no problem. So just have a time, whenever the time permits, you can watch the videos clearly. So this will be helpful for you for doing the experiment. So you have to copy this reading from these values. For first value 5.72, for the second value it will be a 5.75, 5.72 and 5.76, 5.76. Likewise you copy all the readings as it is. Okay. Then the mean value also you copy from this mean value. So if you are not copied means you do it now. Okay. So that's all. Very simple. Most of the students are completed the experiment very clearly and neatly. Keep it up. Those who are not at all started even a single experiment, complete your record notes then and there. It will be avoid the last minute rush up for completing the record work purpose. So for that purpose only I am giving these experiments in video as well as the notes. So practice these experiments in the online lab app also virtually for your practicing purpose. Thank you, students.